On today's Christmas spot, we're having a look at the final figure that makes up the McFarlane Toys Twisted Christmas. Today we're having a look at Snowman. Perhaps they couldn't use the word Frosty, even though down below that's clearly a drawn version of a Frosty type character, drawn by Todd McFarlane himself. I think of all the Twisted Christmas figures, this one was the one I wanted the most. He's got such a cool design to him. Can't wait to get him out of the package. On the back of the package, however, they've done the exact same thing that they did with the Jack Frost. As you can see on the back, the Snowman, the unnamed Snowman, in the picture here is painted. It's got just the white and it's got the blue and everything else for highlights. Where the actual figure is more of a translucent plastic. Now this one's colored in a little bit more than Jack Frost, but I really wish they had gone with this. I really wish they had gone with this coloring, this painting of it, especially on the Jack Frost, because I think the Jack Frost could have been so much better had they just painted it versus relying on the translucent plastic. Anyways, it says Snowman, tiny mittened hands build for the perfect new Frosty friend. You see they used Frosty in there, but they can't call him that. It says inside the decadently distorted mind of Todd McFarlane, the holidays take an entirely different twist. Forget the warmth of Christmas past. The McFarlane Twisted Christmas transforms the characters you thought you knew, and the results are undeniably wicked. There you go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this opened up. We are going to have a better look at the Twisted Christmas Snowman. There's more magic on the way, guys. Stay tuned. And let's have a look at the Snowman, who I gotta say looks fantastic. He comes with a display stand. Now you can, if you want, take him off the display stand. There are actually just two peg holes that keep him on there. The display stand itself is a little different than what you expect from the other display stands, in the fact that the other display stands are more of a whiter snow. This display stand, on the other hand, is quite dirty. It's got a real dirtied coloring going on there. You can even see, if I rest him down there for a second, you can even see areas where there is, let's zoom in here, there is the remains of something. What looks to be a bone down there. Perhaps that's a milk bone, a dog bone. There is a mitten. I don't know if there's a hand in that mitten. There might be. We got, ouch, what's going on there? We got is that a piece of spine? A couple other bones going on there, and a rattle. So it would appear that while perhaps the children were making the snowman, I don't know, maybe the snowman had his own agenda, as it were. Nice display stand. I think that's really, really cool. We'll put that down for a second. We'll just focus on the snowman for right now. And wow, he looks fantastic. He looks quite fantastic. It doesn't look like his hat can come off. It looks like it's probably glued into place, which is not necessarily a big thing. The one thing I think is his face is just, it's incredible. He's got a carrot nose, and I don't know how old that carrot is, but he's also got these really creepy black eyes. Coals, perhaps? He's also got he's got a large opened mouth with the same kind of icicles as what the Jack Frost had. Several rows as well, so he clearly could do some serious damage, I'm thinking. Of other things that the snowman has, he's got a couple of pieces of coal for the buttons down the front of his body. It's such a neat looking figure. I mean, you can't, I really have no gripes to make about this figure. The twigs are really, really nice that they've used for his hands, all of which are kind of reaching out, even like his, I guess they could be his feet or his lower leg appendages. Even they have this like lunging at you, sculpt to them. Very creepy if you were to come out in the middle of the night and your snowman is lunging for you like this. Every one of these can be moved. In fact, these bottom two you have to peg into place when you get them out of package. I suppose if you want, you could have him walking away, but it wouldn't hold up the snowman. But I think the hands are really cool, especially this hand. This hand's just like it's really reaching out for you. Now, it doesn't really matter. You can have the hands any which way you want, really. You could have the back hands lower down if you want. You just kind of have to get them around the other arms that he's got into place. But you could have them back like this. I kind of like them all up, like that, where he's really kind of coming at you. But the detailing on him is just fantastic. There appears to be no other articulation, which is the only real downside to this figure. I mean, it's one of those things where you can't really suffer. You can't find fault in the fact that they had to give up articulation in lieu of really good sculpt. Yeah, even really around the twigs, you can see the branches. You can see where the snow has kind of been pushed aside as the children have put the branches into the body of this snowman. Clearly, this is by far my favorite figure of the Twisted Christmas. In fact, this is probably my favorite figure that I have reviewed during the Christmas spots. I like Gizmo, but I mean, for an iconic Christmas figure, I think you can't really go wrong with this snowman. In fact, let me even just say, if you were uncertain about getting the Twisted Christmas figures, really the only ones that I would focus on is getting probably Mrs. Claus and definitely this guy right here. The snowman, I'm just going to put back on his base here. Sits relatively easy on his display stand too. The snowman, I'm going to give a solid 9.54. I really can't find any fault with it. Sure, I could probably even give him a 10. But if you are kind of twisted, you're into the kind of twisted mind of McFarlane toys, and you love Christmas. I mean, to me, this is a no-brainer toy. Absolutely love it. One of my favorites. Today's Christmas spot, we were having a look at the McFarlane Toys Twisted Christmas. We're looking today at a very fantastic snowman. I thank you guys for watching. As you always do, stay tuned. There is more Christmas spots to come, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.